Why should you love paying taxes? How come I always hear so much commentary and vitriol and anger about taxes? It seems like we can all agree that this is the one thing everybody hates: taxes. We work really hard to make money and they take a huge chunk of it, and I only get a small piddly amount of it left on my paycheck. This is a common left or right, young or old, black or white. Everyone agrees taxes suck. I'm here today to tell you that the opposite is actually true. The opposite is true. Taxes are amazing. Taxes are gigantic. Taxes are a hugely positive thing for you and in your life for many reasons. First of all, do you like driving on roads? Do you like going to the park? Do you like having schools that your kids can attend? Do you like having police officers to keep you safe? Do you like having courts that help you process any criminal activity that happens to you? Do you like having a driver's license? Like, so much of what you do on a daily basis is paid for by taxes. I don't understand how we forget this all the time. Like, if you think about your life and think about how do you feel safe, you look at the happiness scores of countries around the world. I'll tell you one thing right now. If you look at the United Nations happiness scores, the countries that are at the lowest end don't have adequate police, adequate fire, adequate court systems. They don't have adequate roads. They don't have adequate parks because no one's paying taxes. No one's paying into a big pot, so there's nothing to pay from in order to create systems and infrastructure and support that we all use every day. Do you remember my video about the power of the 5-hour walk? You know what I do that walking on? Sidewalks. Do I personally install sidewalks, fix little holes in sidewalks? No. But when I'm in downtown Toronto, I got perfect sidewalks everywhere that are shoveled for me in the winter, someone picks out the weeds in them. Yeah, I know I'm Canadian. You probably think I'm socialist already. But the point is, I am trying to tell myself in my brain when I pay taxes, and I pay a lot of taxes, I'm trying to tell myself that's a good thing. That gives my kids an education. That gave me an education. I'm only able to do this stuff I do because I got an education. Okay? My parents are immigrants. They came here from India. They came here from East Africa. And you know what they tell me when I was a kid? It's a good thing to pay taxes. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And if you have forgotten that, let's try another perspective, okay? Let's try the opposite. You got no taxes. Are you really happy now? You got a $100,000 salary. You get all of it. Is that great? No, it sucks. Because as soon as you pull out of your driveway, you got nowhere to go. You got nowhere to play. You got nothing for education. You got nothing to keep you safe. It's a disaster. There's a reason why Warren Buffett says he wants the tax rate to increase. We need to tax the rich. And you know what? Here's the other thing. If we don't, then we are just leaving the dial on ambition totally unwielded. This counter argument that, if you tax people too much, they won't work very hard. That's BS. That's BS. Because you know what countries are at the happiest scale on the United Nations World Report? It's Denmark. It's Sweden. It's Norway. You know what their tax rates are? Super high. Super high. But they're happier because they have a higher social safety net. And unwielded ambition, that's not necessarily a good thing, right? Having ambition that just goes off the road, it's good the more you make to have your tax rate go higher. First of all, it goes into a system that you're going to benefit from, and so are all the people. It's the best way for the rich to help the poor. You think income equality is a good thing? Income equality is a horrible thing. It leads to more crime. It leads to more homelessness. It leads to a sort of more broken society, okay? What you want is a closer level of income, and that is created by taxes. The taxes pay into a service that can buy us all stuff that we can all use. I guarantee taxes are helping to pay for this video right now that you're watching. They have helped to pay for your education. They have helped to pay for where you live, where you grew up, and how you got here today. When you pay your taxes next, try a little trick in your brain to say, I'm glad I get to pay in a tiny little pot. But if I break my arm slipping on an icy sidewalk, guess what? I can go to the hospital and someone will pay for me. And I know you're thinking, well, that's not true in my country. Well, it's true in mine and it's true in many others. The higher the taxes, and I got high taxes, the better the social system and support for all of us. Oh, and here's the other thing. Do you want to live life in a happy mood or in a sad mood? You're going to be paying taxes your whole life either way. If you can flip your brain around and start to think of paying taxes as a positive thing, then every tax season, every time you're collecting your income receipts, the 3 months that you're processing it, all those meetings with the accountant, mailing stuff in, all those things will feel a little bit more positive. Part of what I'm preaching is living a positive life. If you can think positively about taxes, you've taken a giant negative cloud off the next 70 years of your life and you've removed it. Disagree with me? Some people probably will, considering everyone hates taxes. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want to hear more incendiary remarks from Neil Pasricha.